Hey guys, it's no big secret that I'm a big fan of the steak and eggs diet. It's ketogenic diet made by Vince Garanda, 50s bodybuilder, trainer of most of the 60s and 70s bodybuilders. He was involved with Arnold, very involved with Larry Scott. One of the first celebrity trainers. He trained like Carl Weathers, Denzel Washington. He trained a lot of like movie guys and actors. Got them, ripped up for movies and stuff. And so I was looking somewhere. I don't know if it was a YouTube comment or if it was in a forum where they were talking about one of his diets, and they're like, how come there are no keto bodybuilders? Because this is so good at getting you ripped, and if this is so good at maximizing, at least for a man, like the hormone levels, the testosterone levels, so that even though you're dieting, you could still maintain or increase your strength and your muscle mass. How come there are no professional bodybuilders these days using it? So I'm going to go ahead and answer that question. Why are there no keto bodybuilders these days? Okay, why aren't there any bodybuilders on the steak and eggs diet? And the way it is there's a huge difference between bodybuilders these days and bodybuilders, back in like the 50s. Okay. Honestly, Vince Garanda couldn't win a tournament. He got like second or third place a lot of times, but he couldn't win a big tournament because he was too ripped. Back then you were just supposed to be very muscular, kind of smooth, like cut, but not ripped. And he was too ripped, okay? But like I said, back then they were looking for a healthier look. These days, you want to have extremely low body fat, but massive, 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 okay? And, the way, like, to be entirely honest, the way that you get big these days is not with diet, not with training, not even with steroids, okay? It's with two things, growth hormone and insulin, okay? Insulin is a very anabolic substance, okay? It makes shit grow in your body. That's why bodybuilders love it, okay? However, as opposed to steroids, which may or may not have negative effects, growth hormone, which probably almost certainly does have negative effects in the long term. Insulin will kill your ass in a minute, okay? I knew a girl, she was diabetic, and one time she was depressed. She tried to kill herself by just shooting up insulin, because what it does is it drops your blood sugar. That's the reason why I have insulin, so that it keeps your blood sugar level stable. And, anybody who has diabetes, or anybody who knows anybody who has diabetes, knows it's like, depending on what they eat, their body doesn't produce insulin. They have to shoot, foreign insulin into their body to lower down their levels of blood sugar, because, having high blood sugar is unhealthy for an extended period of time. That's why diabetics need insulin. But if you shoot too much insulin, it will drop your blood sugar down low. And like I said, having high blood sugar as a diabetic over the long run is very unhealthy. However, having low blood sugar will fucking kill your ass, okay? Hence, like I said, that one girl even tried to kill herself by just shooting up too much insulin. So, so you got bodybuilders using this incredibly anabolic compound called insulin, okay, even though they're not diabetic. And the fact of the matter is, if you don't take in carbohydrates and you're using insulin, it will fucking kill you, okay, period. Like I said, you hear, if you around diabetics, you'll hear about them where they misjudged, they didn't test their blood sugar, they just misjudged it. Like, oh, I thought I was high, so I shot some insulin, but they were really low, because sometimes when you're low blood sugar, you feel like you have high blood sugar, like the symptoms almost feel the same, so you always have to test yourself. They pass out and have to get taken to the hospital because they already had a low blood sugar, and then shooting the insulin dropped it even more. You also hear a lot about bodybuilders who don't know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, if you shoot steroids, you don't know what you're doing, you may or may not have, the effect you want, but it's not going to kill you overnight. Okay, that's the thing. It's not going to kill you overnight. It's like smoking. One cigarette won't kill you, but smoking over an extended period of time will kill you. And like I said, it's the same thing with steroids. But insulin, like, you hear a lot about people where they're like, a bodybuilder doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, gets some insulin, because he hears it's very anabolic, which is true. And, you know, he just shoots it up, doesn't take in the proper amount of carbohydrates. And, you know, usually they just get tired and they lay down and they never wake up again. You know, that's just the way things are. So, like I said, that's the reason why bodybuilders these days don't go on ketogenic diets, okay? They don't go on low-carb diets because, like I said, if you shoot insulin, okay, and because of the anabolic effects, and you don't take in carbohydrates, it'll fucking kill your ass.